Good evening all, you're watching the news now and I am Bindya with the news at 5. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Admiral R. Hari Kumar takes over as new Navy Chief, says national maritime challenges main focus. Strictness across the country on Omicron variant, mandatory 14 days quarantine in Kerala and 7 days in Karnataka. And a low-intensity earthquake hits Ladakh. And now the news in detail. In view of the increasing threat on the new variant, Omicron variant of the coronavirus, travel restrictions and other restrictions have started around the world. No case of this new variant has come to light in India so far. The government of India is going to review the decision to resume international commercial flights from December 15 this year. At the same time, many states have started increasing the investigation, surveillance and contact tracing and other measures at the airport as a precaution. The central government has made RT-PCR test mandatory for passengers coming from risk category countries or arriving in India through those countries. Also, the passengers will not be allowed to leave the airport until the sample test report is received. On coming positive, they will be sent to the isolation centers. On the other hand, despite coming negative, you will have to stay in home quarantine for 7 days and will have to get re-examined on the 8th day. Admiral R. Hari Kumar took over as the new Chief of the Naval Staff today. He replaced Admiral K.B. Singh, who retired from the services today after a 30-month tenure. The new Navy Chief received the Guard of Honor at the South Block lawns. IIT Bombay and Stanford University alumnus Parag Agarwal took over as the Chief Executive Officer of Twitter, with the co-founder Jack Dorsey stepping down after 16 years. Twitter now has two Indian-born handling topmost chairs, with Parag and the other being Vijay Gade, its policy and safety leader director. Agarwal joins the league of several Indian-born executives to lead large US technology companies. A low-intensity earthquake hits part of Union Territory of Ladakh in the wee hours today, the National Center of Seismology said. An earthquake of magnitude 3.7 occurred at 4:50 a.m. with its epicenter at east of Leh in Ladakh region. Looking on to speculations of COVID third wave, the administration has ordered for observance of adherence of COVID protocol in the visitor places and parks of Jammu, following which there is a stringent vigil on the visitors coming to Baghe Bahu Park and Bhave Mata Temple. No visitor is being allowed without the vaccination certificate and mask in the park.
ठीक है जी, स्क्रीनशॉट खिंचाओ मैंने। ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा जी, बहुत अच्छा। हो गया जी, दे दो, इनको टिकट दे दो, एक हाँ जी, आप टिकट लेनी है और क्या क्या है लगवाया
To celebrate the Border Security Force Raising Day, a friendly football match was played between the teams of 57 Battalion Border Security Force Handwara and Sultan Football Club Machipura at the sports ground BSF, in which Sultan Football Club Machipura won match by 5-2. Commandant 57 Battalion Surendra Mishra honored both the teams with prizes and said that such friendly matches promote mutual love and harmony between the general public and the security forces.
57 रेजिंग डे है और वो रेजिंग डे सेलिब्रेट करने के सिलसिले में आज ये सुल्तान फुटबॉल क्लब और बीएसएफ की टीम के साथ एक फ्रेंडली मैच हुआ, जिसको आप सभी लोगों ने देखा, एंजॉय किया और हम वैसे आयोजन और आगे भी करते रहेंगे, किंतु ये आयोजन BSF रेजिंग डे से ही संबंधित था।
At least 6 shops were gutted in an overnight blaze in main market Boniar of Uri in North Kashmir's Baramulla district. Reportedly, the fire broke out in the area last night and immediately fire tenders, police and locals rushed to the spot to douse the flames, but till then, around half a dozen shops were gutted down. Meanwhile, an official said that the police have registered a case in this regard, while the exact losses were yet to be ascertained. Fulfilling the long-pending demand of drainage construction in Sailen Talab Udhampur, Ward Councillor Neha Verma kick-started the construction work of drain in the main road area. The councillor said that the project amounting rupees 15 lakh will fulfill the demand of the people in this area.
से ये आज कार्य शुरू करवाया गया है। अंत में मैं धन्यवाद करती हूँ यहाँ पर आए मेरे वार्डवासी भाइयों, बुजुर्गों और मीडिया कर्मियों का क्योंकि अपने वार्ड के सहयोग के बिना मैं कार्य कोई भी नहीं कर सकती। इन्हीं जैसे जैसे मुझे अपने वार्ड के बुजुर्गों का, भाइयों बहनों का सहयोग मिलेगा और मैं वार्ड के डेवलपमेंट के कार्य करती रहूँगी। धन्यवाद।
From across the world of entertainment, the trailer of Ranveer Singh's most awaited film 83 has been released. Ranveer Singh is in the lead role in the film and is playing the role of Master Kapil Dev. In the first part of the trailer, the Indian team is seen struggling, and in the second part, the team won with a spectacular comeback. However, the grief and struggle that the Indian team and their family had to face before the victory is quite emotional. Deepika Padukone is seen in the trailer, who plays the role of Romi Devi, Kapil Dev's wife in the film. Hadi Sandhu plays the role of Madan Lal and Amy Virk as Balwinder Singh Sandhu. Sadiq Salim is seen as Mahinder Amarnath in the film. You will also be able to feel the pressure on the Indian cricket team to win India in the trailer. Directed by Kabir Khan, this film was earlier scheduled to release last year, but due to COVID, the release got postponed. Now the film will knock on theatres on December 24th this year. Apart from Hindi, the film will be released in Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam languages. From the world of sports, former England star cricketer Kevin Pietersen has praised India for offering help to countries affected by the new variant Omicron of COVID-19. He wrote on Twitter that India has once again shown the courage to serve. On Monday, the Ministry of External Affairs had issued a statement saying that India stands with African countries affected by Omicron variant and is ready to supply made in India vaccine and medicines. Former cricketer Peterson appreciated India's decision and tweeted, "India has once again shown that courage to serve the most wonderful country with many noble people. Thank you." He also tagged Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his tweet. And that's all in this news bulletin. For latest update and more news, stay tuned with the News Now web and keep reading the News Now daily and e-print paper. Jai Hind.